from and something that I could use to help other people. So I started to design courses for funeral directors, doctors, counselors, clergy. And I tried to take what I was learning about suffering in my own life and apply it to all different types of loss experiences that others would have, and to try to teach helping professionals how to help those people. We know that one of the things that helps us most survive a personal crisis is at some point to get involved outside of ourselves in helping other people. So I think I was really saved from myself at some point by getting involved in helping others. But it took a long time. I certainly had my share of feeling sorry for myself and being caught up in a depression and being angry and bitter. Like most people, I got stuck in some of those phases of a healing process. But as time went on, I was determined to try to use what I had learned from my personal experience to help other people.
Is it a solitary journey that one has to follow in dealing with crisis, or is there something outside of oneself that comes to the aid or comes to the fore in such situations?
As I've looked at people, scores of people who've suffered all different types of loss experiences and crisis experiences, I have observed that almost everyone who does well in the aftermath of a personal crisis is anchored in some belief outside himself or herself. Most people have a belief in a God or in some concepts and reality larger than themselves, or are devoted to family as a higher goal, or country, or some other loyalty. It's been my experience from years of doing crisis counseling and from interviewing so many people that those who triumph, I call them triumphant survivors. Hemingway said, "Life breaks all of us, then some grow strong at the broken places." I've been interested in the last few years of my life to study those who grow strong at the broken places.
It's interesting. Hemingway was his life. I mean, would you call him a triumphant survivor?
Well, some people's contributions to societies are larger than they themselves are. So I would still feel that I could learn from his poetry and his prose, the beauty of his words and insight, whether or not he was the master of all of that in terms of his own life or not. But if you look at those that I call triumphant survivors, they are rarely people who survive in a solitary way. Most people who do well, whatever the type of adversity they're dealing with, whether it's an illness, an accident, a difficult divorce, being unable to have children, some shattered dream of some kind, the loss of a loved one through death, any type of significant disappointment and hurt or sorrow in life, those who do well have connections to other people. They are strongly tied in friendship or family relationships, or their church or synagogue relationships are important to them, the people that they're connected to there, or they get involved in support groups, or they seek help through therapy.
You worked with many people, actually interviewed many people in compiling the book Coming Back. And there were some striking examples there of people who had overcome great adversity. I think of the POW, Robbie Risner. Could you perhaps tell his story?
Yes. If you look at somebody, here's a man who was a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force. He was probably in his middle 40s when he was shot down over Vietnam and taken hostage. He was the ranking officer in captivity, which meant that the Viet Cong singled him out for especially unusual torture that was brutal and savage. For 7.5 years, he was kept in solitary confinement. 1 year of that time, he was kept in total darkness. There were times when he was tortured for days on end so that his bones were exposed, and he watched the lines from blood poisoning go up his arms and legs and was forced to lie in his own waste products for days and days.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.